And there is a live game that just finished. Like I was saying, we do have Seiya Suzuki, we've got Shohei Ohtani, we've got Shota Imanaga, and my dog Roki Sasaki. Not to mention Yamamoto over there in Tokyo, Japan right now. This is something that I feel like is a me thing. Like I still feel like, and there's a little echo, so I'm gonna mute Bo P for a little bit. So if you want to speak, Bo P, just let me know. I'm gonna go ahead and just speak on how much this means to me specifically. Now, me personally, I'm huge on the baseball thing. So what I'm wondering is, we're always going to, as baseball fans, these other lands. 2 years ago, we went to Brazil. Last year, it was Seoul, Korea. This year, they're in Tokyo, Japan for their opening day. And my question is, are we ever going to go to the entire continent of Africa? Like, there's a whole continent, like the largest continent of all continents, that we keep flying over as an entire sport, because we evidently don't feel that either there's enough economical support for the sport or enough talent in the entire continent of Africa. And I say to you, why would you think such a thing? Like, a lot of these folks that you're seeing in Asia, the only reason they're coming up is because what they saw with Ichiro back in the day, who was just sworn into the Hall of Fame. But if you don't have a lot of African players that are showing that you can be an African success story in the Major League Baseball, then why would you necessarily put forth an effort to become a Major League Baseball player? Now, the Dodgers are ahead of this, right? Because they got Joseph Ding from Sudan, who's already a prospect for the upcoming year. Dude's like 6'4", throws like 98. He's only like 18 years old. And they got a lot of folks coming out of Sudan. They got a lot of folks that are now actually presenting some progress and promise in the world of baseball in the continent of Africa. But have we seen any attempt to bring the Major League Baseball world into the northern and middle countries, not those up, the light-skinned up north countries and the down south, South Africa? We know what y'all doing. I'm talking about like the Congo, Sudan, Djibouti. I'm talking about Ghana. I'm talking about Nigeria. I'm talking about the actual highly black populated countries. Will we, Black Ron, I want to ask you, do you think we will ever see Major League Baseball making a real valiant attempt to bring what they're clearly trying to bring, which is the world of baseball, to Japan, to England, to South America? Will we ever see them make that same attempt to come to the continent of Africa, where most of the stars that came out in the 40s, the Jackie Robinsons, their lineage is actually from, my friend?
Well, first of all, my brother, I say, the Malcolm X glasses have you very fired up this morning, my brother. You're very, very on one, as the young ones would say. You on 10, twin, as the kids would call it. First thing I want to ask you is, why you got a Cardinals jersey on with the red undershirt like you finna go play? Because it's opening day. You so passionate, Vincent. I want to establish your level of passion this morning, because I feel like it's going unacknowledged. Like, we all know that Solo is special needs. He's our DEI hire. We know that already, because we're about inclusivity. You know what I'm saying? So
y'all gotta keep y'all quota up. That's what I got.
We here.
One.
Well, but what about my question though?
But you asking the proverbial answerless question. It's a question that it goes right back to what we were talking about on our last episode. It is a concerted effort to keep the darkest of faces away from a sport that can be capitalized by those that seek A, political asylum, or B, economic upheaval by joining up and playing in America. See, you got to realize there's an economic stronghold on the continent of Africa. Africa is sublet by all of the countries that you just named.
Yeah.
So when it comes to viable talent, when it comes to putting hope and inspiration into the hearts and minds of the people, no, because that will cause an uprising, which would then turn their eyes towards. And you know what? While we own it, What about all these people that got all of these mines built and all this land taken from us, and they come over here depleting our resources? You know what? It's more of us than it is of them. Let's get them on up out of here. And guess what's gonna happen?
Well,
so they can see the handwriting on the wall. The best way to continue to exploit a person is to take away their hope and their autonomy. When you make them feel like their entire identity is associated with you, when you make them feel like their every come, go, their every rise and fall, they wake and they going to sleep, is all dictated by what you deem acceptable. When the only stars that come from their society are the ones that you accept or the ones that you validate, you can then take away the hope and the inspiration from them people, where they can only then rely on an allegorical, altruistic superpower, a higher being, because what's in front of them is desolate. It is the same game plan that they ran on us. They just running it on the rest of us. What did they take us from, Vince? What was the first natural resource that they took from that continent?
The people.
So why would they switch up? We keep asking inhumane people to be humane. We keep on asking unfair societies to be fair.
Well, I guess it's a matter of, we've seen what basketball has done. Like you all saw when the Dream Team came out in the late 90s, when Jordan and everybody was like, all of the names on the Dream Team, and they went over there and was playing in the Olympics. Like all of a sudden, we go back to the Olympics a few years later, and they was ready. Like Italy and all them, they was like, oh yeah, we remember when y'all came over here. And like, so basically by shopping around the world, the sport of basketball, it has increased the talent in all the areas that the USA basketball sports was actually presenting. Because
you're looking at that short-sighted. You're looking at that short-sighted, Vince. We came over there and competed in the Olympics, right? Kicked all that ass. And then we came home, where basketball is only celebrated for 6 months of every year. So if you add up all 4 years, there's really only 2 years that we pay attention to the sport of basketball. And we also we got 30 different teams that all play professional basketball. And we select not even the coldest, the coldest that are available to go play. That's not always our best niggas. Them just be the ones that didn't have nothing to do in June. And then they go play fucking Olympic basketball. Whereas all those other countries, after they got their ass kicked for the next 4 years, they scoured their entire country looking for 8 to 12 of the best basketball players in the entire country. These niggas weren't playing on no other teams. You play for team, that country. That's it. Yeah. Your ass eat, sleep, and shit basketball every day for 365 days a year for the next 4 years. So that when you show up, now you are ready to compete with some niggas that do this shit half of the time.
I mean, yeah, I guess it makes some sense. But I guess I just was always wondering, like, we sat here and watched what happened with, and I'm again, I know I'm the anomaly. I know everybody, I know baseball is really kind of like a secondhand. It's like a second class sport nowadays. But we sat and watched how it used to be the Jackie Robinsons, the Larry Dobies, the Ken Griffey's, senior and junior, the Barry Bondses, and now it's it's more the Teoscars. And that's fine. I ain't tripping, but I think something you said a few weeks ago still resonates with me, which is like they almost tried to like pull in like a little okie doke. Like, yeah, we're gonna have faces that look like you, but they ain't actually you. You know what I'm saying? And so that's why we see the series is going on, where they have a Caribbean series where 2 of the teams in the Caribbean series, one is from Mexico, one's from Japan, and those aren't even Caribbean countries. They're trying to do things where it's like we have faces, but not the actual folks. And so for that,
Do you know what started basketball in sub-Saharan Africa?
What?
There was a movie that came out in the mid-90s called The Air Up There with Kevin Bacon.
Kevin Bacon.
He went to the Tutsi tribe, joined that tribe in order to recruit one of their young boys to come play basketball for St. John's by doing some shit that the entire tribe can do. The Tutsis are known for their incredible leaping ability. That's the way they celebrate. Everybody over there got hops. Everybody over there jumping out the gym. He go get one of them. Bring him back to St. John's. This nigga all-time rebounder in NCAA history. That one movie sparked a revolution. And now, in all of those sub-Saharan African countries, in every village, there's a barefoot little black boy with a basketball, dunking it into a cardboard box or a peach basket. And the revolution continues. Not only that, but television in the late 90s showed the world a whole bunch of talented black folks. And black people everywhere else see the representation that our black skin represented. A bald-headed Michael Jordan looks just like everybody's uncle in every African country and every diasporic place around the fucking globe. We all got an uncle that look like Charles Barkley. We all got an uncle that look like Patrick Ewing. We all got an uncle that look like Alonzo Mourning or Larry Johnson or Kevin Johnson or Allen Iverson. And the list continues. And then when you want to talk about Western African countries, it's a whole bunch of Shaq-looking ass niggas over there.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Well, it's not just baseball, Ron. That's what I was trying to say. What's up, Bo P? I want to hear. Bo P just got to his I don't know.
My establishment. You can say that. My establishment.
All right, go ahead, Bo. Go ahead. What is?
But we got to realize the first black,
hey,
the first
behind
white,
you, bro. Somebody behind you.
Anyway, the first white coach was Tarzan.
Oh wow.
Tarzan had a team back then. Tarzan was the only white person that could speak to the gorillas and everything. When they wouldn't even let black people deal with the damn animals. They were scared of them. But Tarzan went over there, and he was the first white coach. I don't know if y'all remember that.
Yeah. Had an elephant named Cheetah.
Yeah, stupid.
Well, then put Africa on the map.
But here's the thing. I know we kind of playing around a little bit, but they do actually. Let me bring your attention to this. There's a
Solo, shut up. Shit. You trying to ask that man a question. Slow ass internet. Hush.
Solo is on time.
This nigga just told me to hush. When the last time a nigga told you to hush? What kind of old ass shit is that? This nigga said hush. Now shut your trap.
I second the motion, my nigga. I ain't gonna lie. For the day, nigga. Go ahead, Bo.
Black Rob makes some good points, man. It is stimulated, you know, systemic. What they call it?
Systemic.
Just
go ahead.
Systemic racism. Systemic racism.
All right, that's cool.
Because, like he said, we know some of the best athletes are going to come out of Africa. They run the fastest. They got the most endurance. They're some of the strongest people. Some of the tallest people. So they're not going to Africa looking for talent like they should. And what's the boy who played in America? Duke played for Chicago. Chicago. He went to Africa and started a league. He played for Chicago. He's from Africa. Luau Deng. His team damn near beat America in the Olympics.
Yeah, in the Olympics. Sure did.
Remember that?
All them people need is resources. All they need is the right tennis shoes, the right basketballs, the right floors. They got all the athleticism. Once you teach them the mechanics, we ain't gonna know what the fuck to do with them. Y'all gotta realize, Giannis is African. That nigga just grew up Greek. He Greek by nationality, not by blood.
Right.
That's a big old African man. That's the best player in the league.
Yeah. Have y'all ever seen that young black man from Africa who was training himself to go to the NBA? He was all over the internet.
Yes, the nigga
he was out there playing,
hitting tires and
basketball,
plastic jugs. And
yeah.
Well, keeping in line with that point. I mean, the talent is there, like Bo P says. I would like to use this as Exhibit A. One Joseph Ding, who the Dodgers have already put into their target. He's already signed to the Dodgers. He's a prospect. He's probably not going to see any field time. But imagine how much this signing impacts where he comes from. Imagine after his first year when he plays, when he's going to get that little money and he starts making this real big money when he starts striking out big leaguers. Imagine what it's going to do to the people in his, I don't want to say village because I don't want to sound ignorant, but to his area. You know what I'm saying? Like,
bro, they already coming up with marketing campaigns for that nigga. They gonna call him Black Lightning or some shit like that.
Gorilla Black. Gorilla Black.
Super Silver Shadow or some shit. They gonna call that nigga something like that, bro. He throwing streaks, like that nigga throwing hot fire, goddamn it. They gonna call that nigga the hand of God or something.
Right.
The Wakandan whisperer, some shit.
Right. Like, exactly like that. Yeah.
Fuck around with it. But my point is, this is just one dude, and this is just a pitcher. And look, I mean, dude's like 6'2", dude's like 17. You know what I'm saying? He ain't even reached his full potential.
But you gotta realize, like he ain't the coldest nigga over there. The coldest nigga over there don't want to be on camera. The coldest nigga over there is probably his daddy. The coldest nigga over there probably the coach of that team. Cause somebody hitting that. Pause. Whatever he throwing, however fast he throwing, somebody is hitting off of him.
Yeah, right. Because I mean, he gotta be like, I just am so enamored with the thought, and I mean, because I've always had the Marcus Garvey concept in the back of my mind of like,
look how little that fucking baseball is in that big old African man. This nigga, that shit look like a plum.
That shit look like a White Castle onion. To quote my
they do like that nigga holding an onion, like
Javon Bibbs, my cousin. Yeah, man. I just
that nigga darker in the dark in the daylight.
My nigga Javon Bibbs.
That's my cousin dark in the daylight.
That joke will always resonate, boy.
It always will be funny, nigga. White Castle onions, nigga. That's the funniest shit ever. That shit.
Hey, but I tell you this. They talk about African, but look at that nigga teeth. That nigga teeth whiter than all ours.
Boy, that nigga teeth pretty. That nigga skin. That nigga skin is immaculate. That nigga teeth whiter than the ball. Yeah.
And he gonna have a white. He gonna have a white girlfriend when he get that. Go over here too, goddamn.
Yeah, he already got one. What you talking about?
And look, he didn't have them polarized sunglasses over there in South Sudan. This nigga know how to throw off the reflection of the sun hitting the sand.
Right. He don't need no black. He don't need no black. What they put that shit on the face?
His whole body is made out of the black guy shit.
Yeah.
Yo, come on. We not about to do the colorism thing.
You want to do the brown bag? You the one brought up the damn brown bag. We gonna do the color. You the one try to bring the damn brown bag conversation up, Nick.
You got that right.
Hey, I got one question. Is that a shirt under the shirt next to the skin?
Yeah, he do got an undershirt on.
Oh wow!
The undershirt. He purple. The undershirt black. He purple.
Oh my God.
Yeah, he look naked. He look naked.
The darker the berry, we know the darker the berry, the richer the juice. Oh, no,
man, I wish I was singing like that, boy. That nigga skin is smooth in the hole.
Pause, nigga. Nobody want to know about his juices. Pause.
Hey, man, that nigga look like he put on some of that P. Diddy baby oil. That nigga shiny as hell,
yes,
boy.
Yeah, I hope he make it. I hope he make it.
Ass nigga, man.
Yeah.
Come on.
Hey, man. They don't, hey, man, that's Armor All. That's Armor All, nigga. That's Armor All.
Hey, damn sure is. That nigga got that wet tire look, goddamn me.
Oh, my God.
That nigga skin beautiful as hell. Boy, that nigga look like a really dark, really tall Tevin Campbell.
That umpire works on leather and skin. That umpire works on leather and skin.
Armor! Bo!
Hey, Bo P. Bo P, that nigga got on kiwi.
Yeah. Hey, did you know? Oh, I want to ask you this, Black Ron. Did you know today's conversation was going to be about color? Because you got on your African today. Did you know that? That's just about habitat. It wasn't about habitat.
I just felt like wearing this outfit today.
I
didn't know that was about habitat.
Nigga, fresh from the lot chick. You know what I'm saying? He is completely all enamored today.
First of all, bald head niggas can't make no hair commentary whatsoever.
Nah, I can't. But yeah, you look like you look like he about to walk on the set of 90 Day Fiance, some shit, school him, get him a little white girl, get him going.
Man, I do look like I'm about to open a tax office. I ain't gonna lie. I look like I got a tax office / rental car place.
Yeah.
Instead of oils, not the perfume, but the oil that you roll on
the oil.
The oil. The oil. And I fix cell
you get a
phone
pack of
screens.
incense, my nigga. I see how you get that.
I fix cell phone screens and I sell banana pudding.
Let me ask you this.
Some leather flip-flops on right now.
Vince.
I bet you got some leather flip-flops to mess the outfit.
Hold on, let me mute Solo so Bo Peep can talk. Go ahead, Bo Peep.
Now, don't mute the man. He's stupid enough. Don't mute him. Anyway, let me ask you this. Do you think the Dodgers is the most aggressive team looking at players overseas, or are they just all the teams doing that, or just the Dodgers just have a better scouting team better recruiting?
I believe that
the Dodgers understand how to fill the fucking stands up. They understand that LA is one of the most culturally diverse cities around. LA has an immense Asian population. LA got a lot of Africans. You jump in an Uber, he probably an African dude in LA. And if these other cities would pay attention to what the census report is for their town and then draft accordingly, you'll see that same representation in the stands. Everybody like cheering for the motherfucker that look like them.
Good. Thank you, Vince, for your answer.
You know, Black Ron Brown Vince.
It's all good.
Yeah, because his name is Vince.
Oh, I'm gonna do my mic too. I'm gonna
literally is like
Solo. Let me shut the fuck up.
Yeah. Shut your ass up. Nah, let me stop. Ron, we love when Ron talk. But I will back up with exactly what Ron said, that the Dodgers do have a city that is unusually close to the Pacific realm. So there is a high Asian population there. They're very close to Japan. So yeah, when you get your Yamamotos, so they got a scouting team. The Dodgers are smart enough. Clipper man, I see you don't go too far. They're smart enough, the Dodgers, to make sure they pay a good chunk of their players on consignment. You know, Shohei Ohtani got the largest deal in history until Juan Soto got it this last year, $700 million over the course of 10 years, but it was deferred. So you know how much of that $700 million he got on that first year he was with the Dodgers? $2 million, my nigga.
$2 million, that's right.
$700 million.
Yes.
Why you
that's one hell of a promissory note.
Let me finish that. So Shohei was like, I don't want to soak up the whole entire salary by y'all paying me. I want to have a team that we can win with. So pay me my money when it's time for retirement, but at least get me a team that we can be like an Avengers type level team, and I don't have to worry about being the only one. So now you got Shohei, Mookie, Freddie, Oscar. You got all of these motherfuckers, and they're still adding. They went up in the offseason. They got Roki Sasaki and shit. They got Blake Snell. These motherfuckers got Terrence Scott on this closing team. So, that's why. But they're not done. They got their scouters in Africa, Japan, Korea. They got the most internationally based team in the MLB right now, and most of it's because their players think about the team rather than themselves. Now, contrast that with Juan Soto, who gets $765 million over the course of 15 years, but he gets no deferment. So he gets $50 million on an AAV every single year. But that's why the Mets don't have enough room to go out there and get new pitchers. They don't got enough squad because their money's tied up in Juan Soto. So yes, the Dodgers.
Well,
all those players I listed are on first.
Because you got to realize the players they're getting, that money was a lot to them in their country.
100%.
You talk about American players, they greedy. They want all there. They don't care about nobody else. But the money them guys are getting, they can play for their families for years with a little bit.
And it's not only that.
You got to remember that they smart, because if you only give me let's say less than $10 million a year on a $700 million price tag that you got to run me at the end, well, I'm only paying taxes on that 10 every year, or that 5 or that 2. And then whenever I get ready to tear my ass and go home, I only got to pay taxes on that, whatever that remaining lump sum is, once.
Yep.
And then I can send all that money the fuck home. And it can stay over there. And these American players is like, no, break me off every year. Your ass getting whooped every year.
Grandfather clause in. Grandfather clause, you got to pay 40% taxes on that off the top.
Yeah. And off rip, and I'm going to bring Clipper Man in on this as well, but also keep this in mind. Like, the Dodgers ain't stupid. Like, they are drafting players in markets that are marketable. So when you get a Hae-Sung Kim from Seoul, Korea, guess who's going to be tuning in to Dodger TV to watch the games now? The whole entire South Korea. When you get a Shohei Ohtani, guess who's not? The Dodgers paid Shohei Ohtani $2 million.
The whole Korean town going to have that nigga jersey on.
Exactly. Yeah. They paid Shohei Ohtani $2 million in 2024. He had a 51-59 season, broke records, went 50-50. Paid $2 million and made $70 million off the Tokyo market alone. Now, just do the math. Do the math.
Yeah.
So that's why it's not just.
And that's 1 year. That's just 1 year. That's just 1 year. That's just 1 year.
1 year, bro. Yeah. Just 1 year. But let me go ahead and I'm going to bring in my dog Clipper Man. We got some more. Look, as y'all know, this is stand-up.
Can you do me a favor? Can you spread my screen all the way so I ain't got that dribbling shit in the background?
It's your phone, bro. You got to put your phone sideways.
It is sideways. My phone sideways. My phone sideways.
We got to get you a rectangular phone. You evidently got a little, like a Game Boy. This is what it is. Okay. Yeah, we got to. Hey, man, I'm gonna put my address in the private chat. Just drive on down here to Florida, bro. I'm gonna go ahead and get you right, man. You got a couple hours. Let me go ahead and bring in Clip Man. He in the back waiting, bro. He got hairs to cut and all kind of shit, bro. So let's go ahead and bring in this gentleman right here, man. A good friend of mine. We known each other for a good bit. I think Solo let him